Hi everyone, it's your boy Ricky here with Bromero Cards, and today I'm going to show you how to make a card using Erin Lee Creative's new release that will be coming out today. So I'm here to share some of it with you. That's me. And I'm going to show you how to make a card. So the first thing we have here is the Love die set, which I do not use in this card, but I wanted to show it to you anyway. So that's what we have there. And then we have this splattered heart stencil, which is amazing and I love it. And then after this, we have the heart with hand stencil. And I'm just calling them these because I'm not for sure what the names of them are yet. And then we're going to be playing around with some ink on 3 inks here to make a rainbow pattern. So we're going to go ahead and get this card started. The first thing we're going to do is just get a piece of paper, cut it 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And we're going to go ahead and get this stencil placed on there because we're going to do a little bit of ink blending here. So the first thing we do is go ahead and take this out, and I'm going to use some pixie spray here. And this helps the stencil actually stick to the cardstock. And I'm just going to take this off camera and spray it because I don't want it all over my desk. So we're going to spray it and then boom, here we are. So we're going to go ahead and get this stencil laid down. This stencil will stick to the paper and I don't have to worry about it moving as I'm doing the ink blending. Now we're getting ready to get started ink blending. We're going to do this really fast, but what we're going to do is use all these colors and make a rainbow pattern. So I have the red here. I'm going to go ahead and get the red down first. And then as I get the red down, we will go next to the yellow, which will also make the orange at the same time. So you don't actually need every color of the rainbow to do this process because the colors mix together to make the rainbow. The next thing we're going to do is use the blue, which will also make the green. And what I'll do is I'll go back with the yellow and put a little bit in there so we can get more of the green. And then last, we're going to use the purple here. And then I'm going to go back with the blue and just fade that out a little bit so it's not as harsh. And then look at this. Beautiful. I love it. Oh my gosh. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to use this stencil and we're going to use black ink and we're going to place that on top of the card. I also use the pixie spray for this so it gets it's stuck down. And then here we go. We're going to use the black ink here and we're just going to cover it all up. Basically what I like to do is kind of like tap it on first to make sure there's a good coat on there, and then I'll spread it out because with this black ink, a little bit of the color could show through, so that's why I like to tap it out and just make sure that it's covered with the black. And then I'll go over on the other side and I'll do it as well, just to make sure everything's a pretty solid black. We will see a little bit of the color under it, but it's not bad at all. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm just going to go ahead and get this finished up, and then we're going to go ahead and remove the stencil, and it looks so amazing. I love it. Check that out. Looks so cool. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to use the Mini Misty here, and we're going to go ahead and put a sentiment on this. This is a simple card. It literally took me 14 minutes to make. So I cut it down just so that I could get through this whole thing pretty quickly. This is a stamp set by Erin Lee Creative. We're going to use that You're Not Alone, and that's what we're going to be using for the sentiment here. And we're also going to be using the same black ink that we used to place onto the card here. That's also by Ink on 3. And we're going to go ahead and get that stamped out twice because I want to make sure it's super black. And then there we go. We have it. Now, I did cut this down to, I believe, 4 5 1/4. And now I'm just going to get this glued onto a black cardstock that's cut at 4/16 and I don't know the measurements. It makes a small frame on the outside of the panel. So we're going to go ahead and get some art glitter glue here, one of my favorite glues, and we're going to go ahead and get this bad boy glued down to the card base here, or the panel. And my head didn't show up, and I got it all even. What? I'm becoming an expert at getting things even. Unbelievable. The next thing we're going to do is then we're going to take this card base and then we are going to place it onto, this card panel, and we're going to place it onto a card base and we'll be done with this card. So this is a Nina Solar White 110 pound top folding card. So we're going to go ahead and get this card glued together and we're done. That's the most simple card ever, right? So if you need to mass produce, you can definitely mass produce with this. So I want to thank you guys for being here today. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe to my channel, share it with other people, and make sure that you head over to Erin Lee Creative and check out some of her new products and some of her older products. Pretty soon I'll be playing around with the camouflage stencil that she just came out with, and I hope that you guys will be here to watch that video. So thank you very much. Make sure you follow me over on Instagram for Bromero Cards. And you guys have a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.